And welcome to episode 10 of the Healthy CEO. I cannot believe, I say this every time, I cannot believe that we're now in the double digits, right? Super, super excited for today's topic. I think that this is like the number one thing that I get asked the most is about motivation, right? You're such an inspiration. You're so motivational. How do you stay motivated? How do you stay consistent, right? And whenever I try to think about like what are the exact steps for that, I feel like it's a lot of practice. It's a lot of different things. And then I also feel like depending on like the season of life that I'm in, that's also a big driving factor, right? But what I did was kind of compile some of my like basic thoughts and hopefully also be able to allow you to translate that into a goal or something that you're trying to work towards. I love the idea of giving you examples of my direct sales business and how that is helping me or what I'm doing to stay motivated inside my business. But I also feel like, especially as I was going through these steps, how you could easily apply this to leading a healthy lifestyle or your fitness routine or nutrition or anything like that, right? But for today's example, I am going to talk about my business a lot. I'm going to talk about direct sales a lot and just kind of give you that mindset there. And so the kind of point, hopefully, that I'll help have you guys take away from this is that you can feel motivated, inspired, excited, and take these different tips and apply them to your current situation so that you can continue to stay motivated, excited, and inspired about your own journey. And so, part of the reason why I did want to talk about the business aspect today is because I feel like sometimes you're going along, and I know this happens to me every once in a while, and I find myself in this funk with my business. And it's not that I ever think about giving up or doing something else or like throwing in the towel and going find a regular 9 to 5 job. I don't really ever think of giving up, but I often will find myself going, okay, something's not working. What is it that I can do differently? How can I shift gears, right? I need to make a pivot. I need to do something different because I want something different and I want things to change. And so I'll find myself in this, usually lasts no more than a week, a few days or so. And then I can kind of right myself with some of these tools and some of the different things that I have as far as resources at my fingertips to move myself forward. And so I really started to think about what it is that it's missing, right? Like from my current circumstance so that I can kind of make that shift to keep moving forward. So the number one thing that I always think about is aligning yourself with the thing, with the product. Let's say, for example, in my business, I'm partnered with Body, which is an incredible experience. You know, my partnership started for me when I was a customer. I just absolutely fell in love with the programs. It just worked for me. I just loved the different workout styles. I loved the structure. I loved following a calendar. I still love all of those things. There's no guesswork. It's just plug and play. The trainers motivate me. They inspire me. They help me to be better. My confidence has grown. Like there's all of these things behind that fitness, lifestyle that I have grown to love over the years and gravitate to these programs, right? And then when they came out with the nutrition aspect and the supplements and all of that, and being part of a community of other like-minded women who are into fitness like me, that was huge because I did not have anyone like that in my local friends zone. I just did not like have anybody that would relate to that kind of thing. So being a part of the community was huge. And then being able to get results and see my body change and my confidence rise and all the different things that I could do with my body with strength training and sanity workouts and lifting with Body Beast and all of these different ones. Like I fell in love with the whole process. I fell in love with waking up early, working out, pushing play, checking into my groups, eating the food. Like that part was fun because everyone that I was a part of in the side my community was doing that too. We were cheering each other on. We were supporting each other, right? And so when it was brought to my attention that you could earn an income from doing this, it was a no-brainer for me. I already was in love with the process, the whole solution, the community, the people, all of it. And so when I thought about partnering with the company, there was just no question. This was made for me. This was created for me. And the fact that I could grow a reoccurring revenue and have monthly income coming in from something that I loved so much and that worked for me and that I could get behind and be like, Shakeology is amazing. Energize is amazing. The workouts are amazing. Like if you ever talk to me about any of the things, you see this all over my face, right? So aligning yourself with the thing, with the product, with the service, whatever it is, right? If it's a workout for you, you got to align yourself with that thing to make it work for you, because this is where that starts, right? I get excited about what I'm doing because I love the products, the services. I love what they give you, the whole process, the community, all of it, right? So number one is just aligning yourself, right? But there also will come a point where that excitement wears off, right? And so revisiting that is huge, right? Why did I get started? The excitement wears off, and then you have to sort of, your discipline has to kick in. And like for me, there's a lot of those things that are just like on autopilot. Like the fitness feels weird if I don't do it, right? I feel like crap if I don't eat the right foods, because it's been so long now that I've been, at a point where I'm doing this, that those kinds of things are just on autopilot, right? But this is where the real work starts, right? So you're aligning yourself with something, but the second part of that is really having a strong vision of where you want to go with it, right? So number two is having your vision of who do you want to be? And in my case, it's this business, right? What are my goals? What do those look like for my family, for the business itself? What is it that I want for us, right? And it's not really about the money. It is about what the money can do for our family, right? The emotions that it can give to us, right? Stress-free, worry-free, being able to just buy gas at the drop of a hat and not having to go up, only can do $30 today, right? Groceries paid, go on trips, right? And it's not about the tangible trips. It's about, what are those trips giving us? Our family is giving us memories. We're together, right? I think about paying for college, and what kind of a gift that is to my children, and how that makes them feel, right? um, all of those things. And then further down the road, I want to give back to our community. I want to be able to create something so that I can put back into the area that we live in, right? Whether it's the school systems or the sports programs or local church. And I think about the future, right? Like not just a year from now or 6 months from now, 5 years, 10 years down the road. How old will my kids be? What will we be doing? How will I feel, right? And then I have to act as if those things are already happening in my life so I can be the person that I want to be for my vision in the future. Okay, so kind of ties into my morning routine, right? And that leads into number 3, which is personal development and creating that morning routine. So this is a big part of my strategy of success: fitness, nutrition, business, all of the things. Filling my cup every single day with what I need to get to that point, to get to that vision, to think about the future, right? But this is also really exciting to me, right? Depending on what's happening, your morning routine and your personal development and your personal growth should be what it is that you need right now. So some days for me, it's about gratitude, right? It's about journaling gratitude. It's about thinking about all the things that I'm grateful for. It is sometimes I need some inspiration, right? You're in a funk or you need someone else's words to pick you up. So I have a lot of go-to podcasts that I will listen to that will inspire me and infuse excitement. Ed Milet is my favorite. He does absolutely incredible interviews with thought leaders and other people that are really big in their industries and talking about what makes them successful and why. And the funny thing about his podcast is you always think it's going to be like about the things that they did in their business, right? Like the trainings that they did or something to that effect. But it all comes down to this higher calling, this greater purpose, right? And so Listening to things like that really juiced me up because I know that I was put here for a purpose. I know that becoming a body partner was put in my path for a reason. And that's to help other women find their path just like the one that I'm on, right? Inspire others. And so some days it's tangible things like trainings, right? And these are the things that help me to reinforce my decision to become a body partner, to go into a direct sales industry and to do the things every single day. This reinforces that decision that I can do this, that I'm made for this, I was born for this, right? And so filling my cup with these personal growth, these different gratitude, these all these different things, is like creating this force field around me so that I can battle all of the negative stuff that comes my way during the day. Because boy, does it ever, between being a mom of 3 kids, teenagers, like, and then, clients and customers, and then like the bills that need to be paid and banking problems and car issues and laundry and all of the things, right? Creating this force field that allows me to be my best self and that allows me to take on the crap that gets thrown at you throughout the day, right? So, building in that morning routine and filling your cup and creating that force field. Number 4 is leaning into community. And I think it's such a gift that I was given, that I was put into this community of people that I can lean into for support. At first, it was my fitness culture, and it was the other women that were on their journeys, losing weight, gaining muscle, whatever those goals were for them at the time. And then when I was brought into the business aspect, it was a community of business women who were like me, that wanted to build a business based on the foundation of health and fitness. Ooh, that was so exciting because for years I was surrounded by sales guys and other leaders, mostly men in the industry that I was in prior. And nobody cared about fitness. Nobody cared about their health. Like none of that was a thing. I literally felt like in my own head for years about getting up, doing my workouts. I never told anybody. It was just a thing. I went about my job. It was like 2 separate aspects. To be a part of a community of like-minded women that want the same things in that regard, in that same industry. Oh, that was so cool. Bounce ideas, being able to be supported, getting help, strategies, trainings, systems, like all that stuff. Like, can't even tell you how amazing that made me feel. And to know that they were into the same workout programs that I was, like, no brainer. So leaning into your community and realizing that you do not have to do it alone. Getting an accountability partner, right? So if you're having trouble with your fitness or healthy lifestyle, get a buddy. Go to the gym with a buddy, right? Get a group to be a part of. Hey, I know where you can get one of those. Surround yourself with people who think like you and want the same things. I cannot say enough about how important this is. I actually did a quick 1-minute video this morning on LinkedIn about how grateful I am for my community there. Because whenever I go to some of the other platforms, it just seems like it's filled with negative thoughts, whether it's from, environment or government or society, the media, whatever. It's always negative. It's always not happy. It's always somebody that wants something or they want something else. And it's just not conducive to the type of environment that I like. When I'm a part of my community over on LinkedIn, they are all there to inspire, not just career driven, but they just want more for themselves and for others around them. It's such a giving community. Now think about that for a moment. If you are filling your cup every day with positive reinforcement and positive people who just think the world of you and want the best for you, and they talk nice to you and they fill your head with inspiration and motivation and love, what kind of a person do you think you will turn out to be in the next 30 to 60 days? Now think about it from the other perspective. What if you filled your head with hate and horribleness and the things like we were going through with the politics and the COVID? And that was the first key to me to just turn off the news, right? When you are filling yourself with all of that stuff over and over and over and over and over, where do you think your thoughts go when that happens? Okay. Do you want to be that kind of a mom? Do you want to be that kind of a friend that has her thoughts filled with horrible ideas, anxiety, right? That makes you think about other stuff. Like, think about that. So lean into a positive community. Lean into something that is going to juice you up and get you excited and want more for yourself. Like, why would you not want to do that, right? Number 5 is get yourself a mentor. Someone else who believes in you. Pardon me for getting almost done with my cold. So it's on the tail end. But sometimes you just can't do it alone, right? So you need to find a mentor, someone that can help to guide you, someone that you can lean on, that you can borrow belief from when times are hard, right? They're going to teach you. They're also going to give you systems and strategies to find your success so that you know if you're implementing the systems and taking action and doing what they're saying, you're ultimately going to get to your goal if you do it enough, right? If you're taking action, you can apply these results, get those tangible things in place, trust the process, borrow that belief from that person. And when you do the thing consistently enough, you're going to get to the goal. Okay. So number 6, you guys, is the results. And I always think about, so funny. The results always push me. So you do the things and you look down and you're like, oh, I lost 10 pounds. Woo, I'm going to keep going, right? Or you made the sale, or you brought on a new team member, and then that juices you up because it's working. I'm going to keep going, right? And so that's a big thing, is to do all of these things, right, that are going to end in results, and then the results is going to drive you to keep going, okay? But here's the last caveat. It's really not part of the steps or the tips, but you need to practice this every day. I guess it is part of the steps, right? This isn't something that you just can do one and done and expect results. This is something I work on every single morning. You will see when I do my planner, when I am talking about time blocking, you'll see up here, PD across the top. That's my morning routine. I think I posted something the other day too, that my morning routine is now 2 hours long. And it's not because I have more hours in the day. It's because I want to spend more time in this part of my life because I know how valuable it is. So I get up at 4:45, 4:50, come downstairs, drink my Energize, dive right into my prayers and my devotions. That infuses the day, right? And then sometimes I'm in like a good book or podcast and I might run out of time and I'll pick it up after I drop the kids off from school. But that morning block for me is huge. Creating that force field so that I can take on the rest of the day. Okay, so just quick recap, you guys. Align yourself with the thing. You got to get behind the product, the service, the thing that is going to juice you up, that fuels everything, right? Being a partner with Body has just been a game changer for my life. I can't even imagine. It's a decade later. We're living in my favorite place on earth, our forever home. I get to watch the lake melt slowly here over the springtime. It is the best area. I cannot say enough. My spiritual journey, we have a new church, like all of these things in my life. I can't even imagine where my kids would be growing up in Massachusetts and where we were before and where all the things were at that point to where we are now. Okay, align yourself with the thing. Have a strong vision. Okay, where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? Think about it, right? Where do you want to be this time next year? Body, mind, soul. What do you want to change? How do you want to feel? Okay, not just next year. What about 5 years from now? How old will you be? How old will your kids be? Where do you see yourself? Are you retired yet? Are you on your way to retirement? Like, talk through those things for yourself, right? Personal routine, personal development, morning routine, can't say enough. Filling your cup, creating that force field, leaning into your community. Find a buddy, find support, get a team, get a coach, right? Be part of our community. Get a mentor, right? Someone else that can coach and guide you. I don't know everything. I'm never going to know everything, but having amazing leaders and mentors in my space that I can go to, huge, huge, huge. Okay. And number 6 is keep going. The results are going to keep going, right? So you will get to those results and they're going to pump you to the next place, and then practice that every single day. All right, you guys, I want to see where you fall into this, right? Maybe it's not your business, maybe it's not your fitness, but where whatever you've got going on, do you have a morning routine? Are you implementing these things in your life? What bits or pieces could you take away from this, right? And if you got value out of this, I would love it if you would share. Take a screenshot, share on social, share a link with a friend. I would love to be able to grow my audience and help more women achieve the goals that they want to, become the healthy CEO of their own life, and help you to go to that next level, right? Implementing these thoughts and these tools are taking you to that next level, okay? Where is it that you want to go? I want to hear from you. Send me a message, drop me a comment. I hope it was helpful, inspiring. If you have any questions, I'm always here. Have a great Friday. Oh, and that's the last thing I'm going to leave you with is I didn't notice if you noticed if I switch things to Friday. I'm going to start teaching classes on Thursday, like a late morning class. So Thursdays for the Healthy CEO is not going to work anymore. So, and I really do love to come live. If I do have to record, I will, but I really like to come live. So I'm thinking Fridays at noon is a fun time because people are at lunch, they're getting ready for the weekend, and I want to send you off into the weekend for the beginning of next week with some really awesome positive things and thoughts. Okay, so look for me on Fridays at noon. So check out next week's episode next Friday, and we're going into April. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to hear from you. I hope you're having a great day. Have a great weekend.